Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab, and I'm in the back of the Maya book to the point where we doing the question and answer. I gotta answer a question, and I'm gonna answer it. Got a nice little page for information. Let's rock. I got a good little lesson for you right quick. Let's do this. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself or self mastery for some. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do for you. But it's rhetorical. And if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my be true. My God, we about to wrap it up. This is question answer period. They got one that's long question. I'm gonna do a shorter one for you right quick. But the question here, right thinkers, P Funk philosophy on the question and to Dr. Muata Ashby and the answer. Question and answer on my philosophy. It says, if creation question, if creation really doesn't exist, fear itself must be an illusion. Okay. My ultimate fear is death. But I also fear getting hurt. I fear the dentist. I fear a whole bunch of stuff. But I think I understand that creation only exists in our minds. However, this understanding is not helping me to transcend my fear of death. Good. I like this question. I see where you're going. So, is there any technique that will allow me to work on this aspect of one's personality to eradicate it? This seems like a tough cookie to crack, but I want to take a crack at it head on. Let's go. Any advice? First thing my man say is Hotep. That means peace. When he says peace is ending, and Dr. Muat Tayashi answers greetings. The teachings, this is what I pay attention. The teachings is not that creation does not exist, no, but that its existence is misconceived by the ignorant minds. Indeed, overcoming death is the last obstacle of to attaining what we call spiritual enlightenment and immortality. Death is the end of one's ego self. That's the mortal part. That's the human part. That's the you, the humanistic part that you get stuck on stupid with without having spiritual enlightenment. So you don't really know who you are. So your fear is what? This is the end. You're going to die. Fear is therefore, again, psychological. Why? False evidence appearing real. It becomes the obstacle that's created by the illusion of one's mind in every one of our lives. We all do it. We all, it's natural, it's normal. It's okay. But you can get past it. That's the idea right there. It's normal for us to think and feel that way. But what is abnormal when you get understanding, that's why everybody though it won't do it. But that is a person, watch this, perceive what that they are living. Why? Because they are woke, okay, and they breathing. But yet, what can be said about a person who has drowned or in an accident or have been buried alive and the heart has stopped and there is no brain activity and then there are what? They are revived. What you call that? How you call that? How you deal with that? Okay. That's to overcome death. Okay. You must understand what life really is. And this is what the Per M. Haru text is all about. Getting you to understand. And this is called the book of life. The more you cling to more to life, that's the ego. The ego wants what the physical body, it wants materialistic stuff. That's why this is the devil's domain. Why? He gives you all those things. And the idea that you are an individual, that me, I, the body, and your senses, that's all ego, and the flesh, and the blood. So you will be more fearful, why? Of losing that life. Why? Because this is all you know. Perfect example. I know that so well. Why? I watched my man go through it. Oh yeah. And when that whole concept of selling your soul and hell, no, people are tormented by their own doings. Again, he got to live with that. He got to deal with that. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody but him, and him is himself. That's it. But if you was ignorant and served your ego self all the time, fear will be your biggest problem. What? Of losing what? This physical body, this life, the good stuff I got. Can't take none of it with you. Okay? I don't have stuff. I got books. That's about it. You think I'm going to leave you anything? Nope. And conversely, understanding due to one's ignorance. And conversely, the more you realize you transcend the limited and the finite body and the world, you get more spiritual. You get more intellectual. You get more inclined to what? Yourself. You're starting to find out things about yourself that you like about yourself and not the outer world of time and space. And the more fearless you will become and the more exhilarating life becomes for you. You actually living. Why? You love living, but the fear of dying is dissipated. Why? Because you got knowledge of who you are. So death is not a part. Nope. That's for the ignorant, the unenlightened. It's a bunch of them. Okay, understand that. Like I say, Bo Man, what? I can use them as an example. Why? I was there. I saw it. I experienced it. So I know better than anybody. I listened to Carl Jung, how he was on the hospice spot. I seen my best friend die. The time he wake up, man, I'm dying. Okay, we all are eventually, but some sooner than others. And that night, he died. Man, it's been a hell of a run. I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. He died. So they know when the end is there. Why? And like Carl Jung said, the ego gives in. The ego is the one that say, I'm done. Follow no, 99 years old. Okay. He said, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. That means he ain't gonna make it to 100. He leaving before then. He died. So in life, they know why. Death becomes imminent when the ego self realizes, yeah, this part about be over. Yep. That's why all y'all egotistical people, materialistic people will reincarnate. This is all just philosophy, theology. But what is needed is for you, the individual, to put this into what? Practice and make it effective. What? Try it, practice it out, put it to use. When? Daily. First, you need to be steady with what? Your daily spiritual disciplines. I have a routine I follow. You have to do what you need to do daily for you to benefit from what you're trying to get done for you. Next, study. If you're not willing to put time in, I love books. Why? I stay in my books. Why? I study. I learn. What? Okay, everybody won't have to do that. You ain't got to do that. That's just me. But you have to study the teaching. In order to learn to master them, you got to study them, learn them, and implement them. You study them closely. You study them intensely. And next, you got to take the time to reflect upon what you're learning, the lessons, and then you have to meditate upon it when in silence. I take it, read it, understand it, read again, figure out how I want to dress it up when I get to certain parts, interject my concept, and then I go to work. Now I'm here. I know what it is. I'm just going to interject the parts I think I need to put in there to make it work. That's all. So now I'm just sitting here robotically just reading stuff up. No, I'm adding and taking away. Well, I know what I'm doing. And when you apply, this is the part that a lot of y'all fall short. You have to apply the teachings of what? Right thinking philosophy or Maat. When? To your day-to-day life and bring order and stability to your own life. You have to put the work in. You have to do these things for you. Anytime you hear self, that means what? You. Okay? So you have to resolve to relinquish what? Fear and insecurity. And you have to embrace your spirit and peace, even if it's not forthcoming right away. You have to stay focused. You have to stay disciplined. Self-discipline is another must. But when you bring yourself, again, yourself to balance, aka Maya, so that now you may practice this profound concept, what we call meditation, and the kind in which will allow you to discover the truth behind the teachings first-hand for yourself. You don't need to be told when you have your experience. Now you know. And it's firsthand instead of just theologically and theoretically or conceptually that you are immortal and eternal. You are one with God. When you conceive and understand that process, what happens? Ready? Ready? When you resolve and throw off that illusion and delusions of ignorance that you are what? Limited. I'm just a human being. I'm just a little bill. I'm just limited. I'm human and feeble, and accept the mantle of what? The golden feathers that is bestowed upon who? Those who diligently, faithfully follow in the truth or the footsteps, in the truth and footsteps of who? Haru, your higher self, your true self, waiting for you to find him within you also. And that golden, glorious spirit, that's where? That's within. God is hidden inside his creation. Repeatedly, you have to uplift your mind with what? With the truth of the teachings in order to counteract what? The ignorance of the thoughts, the negative thoughts, each time they emerge. The ego, the devil, y'all call him, is persistent. It's persistent. He's going to try whatever he could to get you to do what he want to do. That's the ego self. That's why what? He want pleasures. He want things. He want stuff. That's the devil. Material, same thing. But if you put down those negative thoughts, you control that idea of the ego running the show, you are in control. And what happened now? When they emerge, you just block them out. So you work to now prevent all negative thinking, wrong thinking. How? By becoming and using your keen observation, aka your discernment, the ability of your mind, and to become detached. Enlightenment, become and detached fashion. Okay, I know something was wrong there. But now becoming detached to the situation. And now you resolve to leave behind worldly, physical desires. And now you are in pursuit for the desires of what? For your self-discovery, your higher self, your knowing who you are. And we call it enlightenment, or better known as nihas. Then, only then, will you move away from having fear, sorrow, and ignorance of oneself and those delusions of what? Death to yourself. Why? Then now you will discover the incomparable inner peace, Hotep, in the boundless joy, bliss, and freedom. Liberating from what? Fear and ignorance, and for once and for all. You will no longer what? Fear what you call death. Why? You know who you are. You don't die. You multiply. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I want to get that quick one in. I just thought I would get that one in. But right here, we're at the end of the book. We're doing a question and answer. But I'm going to throw this out here right quick. At the end, it says, right here, last page. Yeah. It says always to what? Maat be true. Okay? You owe homage to her, and when you be true to her, she'll return the favor. That's my point. When you give, she always give back. That's God. That's how he's done. Watch this. It says here at the end, last page. Closing that out. That feather. We know that who that belongs to. It says here, and my name, P, stands for pure. Funk stands for real. Maat says, doing Maat is breath to the nose. The statement goes, by the scribe Nu, he says, I am pure. Yes, I am. I am pure. Yes, I am. No, I am pure. Love that. Why? Because I have washed my front parts with the waters of libation. I have cleansed my hinder parts with drugs and chemicals which make woolly clean, means soap. And my inward parts have been washed in the liquor of Maat. That's my favorite part. I love the liquor of Maat. Why? It gives me personal understanding that you can live in, you can relish in, and you can bask in. But yeah, I would like to find the best way to protect oneself from attacks from others, such as spells. I just seen my dude Infodisi talk about the spell. When you speaking, stop speaking negative of other people. Why? It goes for you. You the vibration sender. It comes back to you. That's karma. A lot of people don't understand it. I watch my dude, Grandmaster Infodisi, that's my man. But again, this is Maat. Say goodbye. I got some more for you. I'll be back. You know how we do it, right, thinkers? May you all live to be 100, maybe 100 miles a day. So I never know them about right thinkers who had the question and answers on my philosophy, passed away. Never fear death. It's only a fear acronym for false evidence appearing real. Don't freak yourself out.